Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast.
What are they doing? Well, they're losing, first off. And so, I guess I shouldn't care because, the Giants, they fucked up. Yeah, they fucked up. Oh, someone's pitching a no-hitter. Mariners? Interesting. Just got a little message. What's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast. Appreciate you guys clicking in. Yeah, I got the Giants game on, of course, as always. Drinking my Pinot Grigio. Did I say that right? Pinot Grigio. I almost said Grigio, like I was combining Pinot Noir and Pinot Grigio. That's weird. Yep, still doing the white wine because, it's still hot. Even though this week, it's been fucking awesome this week, guys. In Southern California, with, it's been humid as shit. Like last week into the weekend, super fucking humid. And it always pisses me off. I always get mad at the weather, man. I get mad at it because it's like, all right, if you're gonna be humid, SoCal, can you at least bring on a monsoon, a fucking thunderstorm, please? And it's funny too because when that happens in Southern California, most of the time when it gets humid and you see this cloud build up, all of a sudden you see all the, like where I'm at, we got these mountains right here. And the clouds always form, right off over these mountains. And when it's really humid, they form big time. And it's like, oh my God, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. And then that's it. Just a tease. And we're all left at blue balls. No thunderstorm, no monsoon. Sometimes it does happen though, and it's great. You get those summer storms, man. We get the thunder, the lightning, and the rain, and it's great. But sadly, it didn't happen. And then it was really weird because I think like Monday, Tuesday morning, I don't know. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, Tuesday. Where I walk out to my car and it was drizzling. I was like, what? What's going on here? Yeah, a little bit of overcast, a little bit of drizzle. And it only got to like the mid 80s. Same with today. So, that's good, but I looked at my forecast, and sadly, it's going to get hot again. It's going to get to the 100 degrees. God damn it. Hiccups. Hold on. I would be terrible. I think I'd be terrible, like, radio host. Well, if I do, I'd have to just drink, like, just sips of water, sips of coffee maybe. Because sometimes, like, I just got done editing a video. I'm sipping on my wine. I had a big dinner. And it just seems like when that's all put together, it's just like all of a sudden I'm like, because I'm trying to talk. And then all of a sudden what activates your hiccups? Your diaphragm. My diaphragm starts going, what are you doing? It can't help itself. Hate it. But, anyways, it's been nice. It's been like in the mid 80s in California, Southern California. It's great, but it's supposed to shoot up into the 90s tomorrow and then almost to the hundreds again. Hopefully that'll be it. Okay, we're gonna be getting into mid-September. We're in fall. We're gonna be getting into fall. Hopefully soon, and then hopefully it just kind of all right, it's time to just cool down. Cool it down. Okay? I'm sick of paying a high electric bill. Although, guys, was it? No, it was 2 days ago. God, sort of, life's little treasures, little nice, hey, cool. That's fine, because life can be a struggle, and a lot of things where you just think that the world is just completely against you. You just think like, oh God, so I go to on Monday. I go to pay my electric bill. And I'm going, okay, got to pay my electric bill. Last I saw, it's probably going to be about, I don't know, almost $100. Luckily not, because obviously, I mean, I'm running it right now. Just because, you know, when I'm talking, guys, I get hot. So, you know, of course, running the AC when I'm home, you know, central air, which is great. But what the hell's going on here? Someone singing the seventh inning stretch, or we're doing the whole, what the fuck? Okay, anyways. So I was, you know, it was going to be like a bill about $90, which is not that bad. It's whatever, you know. Hey, I'd rather be convenient than just be, you know, dying. So I went to go pay my bill, and it turns out I got a rebate for like $105. I was like, what the fuck? I like log in, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta pay my bill. Fuck, man, $90, holy shit. And then I go and I look, and I'm in the negatives. I'm literally in the negatives because it was 105. So I was like negative like $17 and something cents. And I went, what? And it turns out it was just some kind of fucking rebate that they gave me. And I'm like, awesome. There you go. So now that money that I saved on my electric bill goes to booze. Cheers. Luckily, I buy cheap wine. Anyways. So what's going on, guys? Let's see what's happening. I just posted a Spider-Man video about Sony. They shouldn't recast Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which I think a lot of you would probably agree with if you hear what I have to say. I know a lot of you don't like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think mainly has to do with the fact that it was MCU and, you know, the writing wasn't that great. I'm just saying, if you get some proper writing, the kid's going to do great. I think so. Make it a little more mature. We already had, what, he was in high school for how many movies? 5? All right, time to make him a fucking college student. Just do that, please. And, yeah, because there's a whole universe that you could just attack. That's been, you know, you got a base of Into the Spideyverse. You've already established one of his biggest villains. Come on! Anyways. But, yeah, and then I wanted to talk about the D23 video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It's got some traction. It's about 4,500 views right now. Posted it on, what, Monday evening? So about 2 nights ago. About 4,500 views. That's good. It's got picked up by a couple of websites, too. Of course, it just... Jesus Christ. All right, so when it comes to this video, how it all started, just in case you guys don't remember how it all started, well, Justin, who's in the video too, Mr. Midside, go ahead and follow him. He's got a podcast and stuff himself. Intelligent dude. I like talking to him. I've seen him. I saw him on my feed, and then I followed him. He followed me, and I just kind of like what he had to say about stuff, so about certain things. Zack Snyder is one of his all-time favorite directors, and it's not even, you know, what's great about what I actually really like too. It's not even, he loves Sucker Punch so much. I mean, he likes all Snyder's movies, but he loves Sucker Punch so much, and he's not even really into like the cape shit as much as everybody else is. He's not really into it as much, you know. He wasn't like, we talked about that, how he likes Snyder as a filmmaker, and he loves Sucker Punch. I would probably even say that that's probably his. I don't know. I didn't ask, but I'm guessing that that's his favorite movie, you know, of his. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I haven't asked him. Yeah. So when I had him on the vodka stream, and he mentioned that he was going to go to D23 with the sign that said "Release Snyder Cut" that he had at Comic-Con, I went, okay, how about I join you? Let's do a video. Because I was going to do this thing at Comic-Con, the same thing, talk to people about the Snyder Cut, but alas, that didn't fucking happen. And man, you know, when I look at it in retrospect, I was going to go on that Friday, and that just didn't work. I should have went that Saturday when Justin was there. I should have did that. It would have been a lot better. But then again, I mean, it would have been just such a pain in the ass to find parking and everything. Yeah, it was a lot of things. A lot of things that was not good with that. And then, of course, just stuff with like work and everything kind of fucked it all up. But yeah, I thought when he said that, I went, okay, let me join you. Let's do a video. I'm going to make up for not doing that at Comic-Con. And I thought, okay, this will be interesting to go to the Disney Expo, which is going to be full of Disney people, Marvel people, Star Wars people, all kinds of people. People that are not DC, people who are not, diehard Snyder fans. Let's talk to them about that. So, we did it, and, we're not the most professional people. I mean, my cameraman, my buddy, he provided all the equipment, wireless mics, and everything. But, we're amateurs. This is my first time doing something like that. He hadn't done anything like that in a while. I was just, some fucking dickhead is goddamn honking his horn because apparently cell phones and shit like that don't work. I've said it on here before, and I'll say it again. If you're one of those people that honks, I'm here, honk, 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 in an apartment complex, you're a fucking douchebag. I'm just saying, you're a douchebag. You're a douchebag no matter what. Send a text. Call. You have a fucking cell phone strapped to your ass. Don't be a honker. That sounded weird. But, we try to be, he brought the camera. He had this, little rig thing that he had. He had us all mic'd up. It turned out well, for the most part. We had some struggles, technical struggles. When I started getting all the, we had 11 gigabytes of footage. So I had to sift through all that. And sometimes the audio cut out. For some reason, my mic was a little effed up. So there's just a lot of things. It was a struggle. That's why I had to do voiceover on certain things because the audio was messed up and this, that, and this. But I thought for the most part, we wanted more people. We did. We were hoping that there was going to be more people that were going to be talking. I had this whole idea in my brain that I would have that, if we got 10 people or whatever the fuck or this, that, and this, that I would kind of just cut in between talking, certain points. But then at the same time, it's this is my first time doing it. I didn't, when you're just on the spot, when you see us just farting around, just talking, standing there, that was fine. But when you're actually talking to people, that's where I was you kind of just, your brain goes, you just brain fart. Oh, what should I say? What should I say this? And I apologize if I didn't really sound too whatever, but I think for the most part, for it being a hot day and just kind of just all right, let's do this. Nothing really super planned. I thought it turned out pretty well. I had to sift through all that stuff, make sure to get the stuff that works. I wanted to make it pretty raw, I didn't want to jazz it up too much. I could have just jazzed it up and made a 6-minute video, and that would have been it. But I wanted to do something different. That's why I kind of took my time with it. And there was times too where I just hit a wall. I'm how do I go? What should I do with this? How should I approach it? Because I was tempted to just be I could just go through these real quick and just make a 5-6 minute video. But I didn't want to. I fought with myself and I was no, I can't do that. That's just no. Make it raw, Make it better like that, And I thought the way it all turned out was actually, it was good. It could have been better, of course, 100%. I get that. And then of course, it's funny because. It got picked up by Hollywood, of course. They pick up everything. It got picked up by comicbook.com, which is kind of cool. Heroic Hollywood said, we petitioned, which I guess, we didn't have a petition. We were just talking to people. A lot of things. Of course, I could read the comment section of Heroic Hollywood and comicbook.com, and they would say, oh, these guys are pathetic. This is stupid. This doesn't make any sense. Which means they didn't, of course, watch the video. The whole point of the video was just let's talk to Disney and Marvel fans about the Snyder Cut, because why not? Let's get their input on it on video. Would they pay to see the Snyder Cut? And pretty much, everybody except for maybe one was all about it. And then random people walked by who were yeah, man. Who gave us fist bumps. So yeah, I totally agree. They should release the Snyder Cut. So, that's what the whole video was about. And of course, then you got the diehard Snyder Cut people who, of course, are shitting on it and thinking that was all stupid. If it wasn't us, if it was one of them or, one of the ground crew of Project Comic-Con that did it, oh, they would have praised it to high hell. I mean, it's just, there's a bias there, of course, because they don't like me, which is fine because I don't like them either. They have killed this whole fucking Snyder Cut thing for me, just like they've killed it for many other big voices. You basically, like, when it comes to the Snyder Cut, if you're a big voice in it, guess what? If you don't do what these guys want you to do or say what they want you to say, they're just going to try to oust you. That's what I've gathered from it. It's really fucking dumb. Doesn't make any sense because it just seems like they want to keep it, that they want to expand it, but yet they want to keep it contained. You know, because like when Kevin Smith said his thing, they were shitting on Kevin Smith. And it's so funny because Robert Liefeld, creator of Deadpool, he said he was going to wear a Snyder Cut shirt and blah, 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 was supporting it. And I remember these guys were like, fuck Kevin Smith because of what he said about BVS. He wasn't a supporter, this, that, and this. Did these fuckers realize how much Rob Liefeld shat on BVS? That's the fucking reason why he blocked me. He was going on a rampage about how much he hated BVS. And I told him, my tweet was literally, I don't know, not literally, but it was not hostile. I said, hey, man, just let the fucking fans have their movie. It was something along the lines of that. And then he fucking said something and then blocked me. So it's just funny. Because it's like, fuck Kevin Smith because he wasn't all about like BVS. But yay, Robert Liefeld, apparently they don't fucking remember when he went on a rampage about how much he hated BVS. It just shows you right there. These guys don't think about shit. I mean, personally, I'm like, support Kevin Smith, support Rob Liefeld. If they're going to fucking tweet about the Snyder Cut, good. Ben Shapiro, same fucking thing. Big voices, good. But of course, if you're like semi-big, I guess you could say. If you're oh my God, what are you guys doing, Giants? Oh, that was terrible. Oh, rookie second baseman fucked up. Feel free, bro. Anyways. Yeah. No, it's just, if you're like and yeah, it's just dumb. Because I've seen people, of course, shit on it within the group. Which is just like, okay, yeah, but if it wasn't us, if it was somebody else doing the exact same thing that was part of your clan, yeah, you would have supported the shit out of it. It's like I saw a video from Screen Junkies where they were interviewing people at Comic-Con and they approached some of the guys, 3 guys at Comic-Con that had like, you know, releases. They were all about release of Snyder Cut. Oh, they fucking shat all over them and they just sat there and took it. It was. I mean, my God. If you're going to shit on us just talking to Disney and Marvel fans, but then go like, hey, support these guys. They were there, ground crew. But then they got Screen Junkies, who's got of course, a big following, pretty big YouTube channel. They just fucking walked all over the guys that they interviewed about the Snyder Cut. And I'm going, oh my God. Shit, I wish I was there because I would have fucking, counter, ran with the jokes and this, that, and that. Oh, I would have, you don't even know. But those guys just fucking took it because it's not that easy. It's not that easy. And it's just sad. I mean, and it's funny too because like I said, us over here, me, Garza, Colbert, we just decided like, okay, we're out of this whole thing. Okay, we're not part of this movement because the movement is not moving forward. It's moving backwards, if anything. We decided to step away from it. We're not going to engage with all that stuff. We're going to block. We're going to not do all this. We're not going to cause a ruckus. But when my video came out, of course, there's just fucking assholes that are part of this whole thing that wanted to just put a monkey wrench on anything. And then I had something thrown into me about Momoa at Wizard World saying, talking about the Snyder Cut. And apparently he said 2 words, but didn't say the 2 words. And I'm like, cool, that's cool. Yes, I'm glad. Yes, that's a good photo op. He took it with the sign. He has a sign of release the Snyder Cut. He's smiling. That's great. But why are you throwing it in my face right now? Oh, because you're one of those guys. That's what it is. And it's like, this is not needed right now. We've actively tried to avoid it. And it just pissed me off because it's like, all right, you're trying to undermine what's going on over here with your shit. Oh, okay, that's the way it is. You know, these guys always claim that I'm out for clout and this, that, and this, and we're out for clout. Yet, I'm seeing them doing their clout thing like crazy. It's like, okay, I had a video, D23, going in and talk about the Snyder Cut. And you're just going to put this thing right here about you. Oh, okay. In response to it. Okay, well, you're a fucking asshole. You're exactly the thing that you hate. That's what I've noticed about this whole thing is these guys have turned into the exact thing that they hate. They have, 100%. It's like, this is not needed. I don't want this anymore. I'm tired of it. You guys have ruined this whole fucking thing for me. You know, and it's just, yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff. People, of course, just shitting on it. But I'm also getting shit on by, you know, Marvel fans and this, that, and this. Everybody's shitting on that thing. But at the same time, when I look over at you guys, follow the video, there's way more likes and dislikes. That's all I need. As long as that's good, my followers liked it. I've gotten more positive responses to it. People are saying like, yeah, man, this is good, what you did. I'm glad you did this. You're talking to people that are way outside the box of where we are. And that was the whole point of the fucking video, was let's step out and talk to people of different fandoms. In reality, let's talk to that. But of course, because it's us and some of these guys don't like us, it was all bullshit. But it's like, sorry, it's going to hit probably 5,000 views by tomorrow. Cheers. Let's see one of these guys do that. Yeah, it's like, sorry, what do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you? You know? I get it. The video, it's like, why would we be there? And I even thought that leading up to it. I'm like, this could be like really, really good or like really, really bad. And it ended up being like right in the middle because we wanted more people. And then it wasn't that bad. Like some of the people that we talked to was good. It was all good. And then of course the Captain America, talked to the guy who was dressed as Captain America, I thought was great. And then the whole Campea thing at the end. So it ended up working out. So, you know, if these guys have a problem with it, that's fine. It's whatever. Let them fucking complain about it. It's perfectly okay. I mean, it's just, you know, oh yeah, it's the same guy who shit on the fucking, the billboard and the banners and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I didn't. I fucking supported that. I did videos about it. I applauded them and this, that, and this. And it's just, where these guys try to reach, it's so crazy. When they try to use everything to fucking shit on you. I mean, this is with all fandom. This is with everything. You know, cancel culture and this, that, and this. I mean, you really see the dark side of human beings when it comes to stuff like this, you know? And it's just, it reaches all these little facets of life, you know? I mean, the whole big thing about it is like, you know, of course, politics. That's gotten so bad. And then just social justice where people get canceled for shit. I mean, they're trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You cannot do that. And he's like, yeah, there are people that you can't cancel. It's like, no, you can't. It's not going to happen. They're too powerful, which is great. And Dave Chappelle is one of the most, if not the most powerful comedian. And he was making fun of everybody. I watched the special last Friday. Brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. He goes for everyone. But of course, there's just like the little small communities have the loudest voices. So of course, they have to like, I mean, this is a guy this is a black man who's married to an Asian woman and who is Muslim. I don't think he practices big time, but he did convert to Islam, like in 2005 or something. But people are so woke! Oh my God. I mean, he made fun of my community, so I'm like, he made fun of every fucking community. That's the thing, is he made fun of every one of them. But there's certain ones that you just can't make fun of. No, that's not the case. You can make fun of everyone. That's what's so beautiful about comedy. is you can make fun of everyone. And the thing is, these people are trying to kill comedy. And fuck them. But this is like with everything. This is with everything. This is with the nerd community, every community. People try to kill things and cancel shit. You know, like I said, I mean, with our little tiny community, they were trying to get rid of us. I mean, they already drove big voices away that are even bigger than mine when it comes to Twitter. You know, they've already done that, successfully done that. Then they did it with us. They try to do it with us. We're still talking about shit. I mean, I still posted that video, still getting a lot of views. Garza posted an article about it. Great stuff. And they're still trying to shit all over it and this, that, and this. And it's like, sorry guys, I don't know what to tell you. You know, keep on raising the money to, fund certain things that I don't know. I mean to go into that. It's just so retarded. So retarded. But that's why the block button, the mute button is useful. You know, for the longest time, I was like, I can't do it. That's like that they wear that as a badge of pride or whatever the fuck. But I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it. It's like block, please. It's just sad when like some of the voices within there are in my DMs apologizing up and down, and then all of a sudden, then there'll be a different face in public. You know who I'm talking about too. Especially two individuals. Fucking hypocrites, man. It's like I could show you the DMs of just apology. Oh my God. Oh, sob story, this, that, and this. And then you act like a douchebag, you know, in front of all your followers. Pat yourself on the back. Jeez. And then, of course, you know, with the video came like, yeah, your source doesn't have the best intentions for Zack Snyder. I'm like, trust me. My source has the best intentions for Zack Snyder. He's just giving me information. Okay? He's not out there trying to, you know, say stuff. He just says it to me. And then I say it. Maybe I guess I don't have the best intentions. Oh my God. I'm trying to get information out there. But I've literally had that thrown at me. He doesn't have the best intentions. And then I had the same thing like, oh yeah, he's just a Warner Brothers employee who's trying to give you false information to kill the hype. I mean, I literally had that thrown at me. And it wasn't from fucking conspiracy, Black Alex Jones, Mr. Billy Swain, West Ashley. It wasn't from him. That guy thinks that my source is Jeff Johns. Fucking nuts. But, yeah, I had that claim, and I went, no, that's not the case at all. He has it's somebody who knows Snyder very, very well. So I can now. I'm sorry. Just because you don't like that whole 30 to 40 million, that was a estimation, a guesstimation, never a definitive number, but of course these guys like to spin it like, oh yeah, you've been talking about that $40 million price like crazy. I'm like, no, I have not. I've never done a video dedicated to it. I just was told 30 to 40 million. Cleano said it would probably take 20 to 30. Why aren't you guys giving him shit? But of course you're not going to do that because it's Cleanos. Yeah, I'm just an easier target, but not really because, you know, I'm just going to totally just keep doing my thing. It's sad that that's the case, but it's like, okay, you know, who cares? I hope it costs less. I hope no matter what, it's going to cost money to come out. No matter what, it's going to cost money. There's always going to be some kind of price. It's not, unless it just somehow just leaks. Just trust me, I've been... Ever since last year, I'm like, how can this be leaked? Something. But it would take that would take craziness. It's just sad, you know. My source, yeah, I know. It's like, oh yeah, the source, he's wrong. I'm like, what? The same guy who, you know, who told me about the Steppenwolf design that ended up being true. The anti-life equation in the history lesson that nobody knew it was. But then I was like, he told me, hey, do a video, post it on Vero, Snyder will verify, and there you go. And that's exactly what happened. Just look back. He told me to do that. I did a video. This was like a year ago, over a year ago, where I said, is that the, I don't know what I said, but I said something about the anti-life equation. I posted on Vera, and guess what? Snyder confirmed it. It was kind of planned. But, and then, of course, the runtime, which, the runtime, it wasn't the exact runtime, okay? Okay, it wasn't the exact runtime. It wasn't the 2:14, 3. He just told me, oh, it's 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. So I didn't do a dedicated video about it, but in many podcasts, and you guys can verify this, because I remember when that happened, I got tweets from people going, yeah, you've been talking about this for a while. I always said, oh yeah, 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. Yeah, it wasn't the exact 3 hours and 34 minutes, but it was still 3.5 hours. And so I was just like, oh yeah, that's just 3.5 hours. That's like a rough fucking thing. But it turns out it's 4 minutes more. So yeah, that was even Fiona, the queen that everybody worships, especially these guys. She said the same thing. 3.5 hours. These guys don't think. They're saying I'm out for clout. They're out for clout because they want to fucking prove me wrong so much and spin my shit. I mean, like I said, I talked to somebody yesterday. I went to the DMs and went, what the fuck, man? And, it's like, people can disagree with you, Dave. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But when you say that and then you claim my source is some fucking disgruntled Warner Brothers PR guy that's trying to feed me false information to kill the hype, I'm going to defend because I know for a fact, 1,000%, that that's not the case. This is not a Warner Brothers employee at all. It's just like the fucking proclamations. They think they know everything. Because, well, again, this goes back to their claims to us that, oh yeah, we're only using this to be relevant. No, that's what you guys are doing, okay? I'm trying to fucking do my thing that I've been trying to do for years. It's just, establish myself on this thing. I didn't get 32,000 views or subscribers just because of the Snyder cut. It's sad because I have nothing else. But whatever, it's fine. What else is going on? Well, movies. Let's see. First off, I was gonna do a video about the whole Kristen Stewart thing. Now she came out and said that that someone told her that to hide her sexuality, and then she'll get a Marvel movie. And a lot of people went off on that. And I actually was thinking about a video, and I just never got around to it. But that's when it comes to that kind of news, you only have about a 2-day window to get it out. Other than that, people forget about it. So that's why I was like, I just didn't get to it. And I didn't put it out. But when it comes to that Kristen Stewart thing, it's like, yeah, that's fucked up. I get it. Which is weird. I guess I thought her and Robert Pattinson were a thing, but I guess that was all PR. If she's really like 100% lesbian, cool, that's fine. I think she's bisexual, to be honest. It's funny because when it comes to women, they could be bisexual like crazy. And to me, I mean, after like 5 shots, every woman's a bisexual. Let's just say, like, I've seen what I thought the girls that were like straight as shit after, a night of dipping into the sauce, they'll make out with a girl, and it's fine. You know the reason why? Because women are beautiful. Okay? They're beautiful, majestic creatures. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't every girl be bisexual? When it comes to dudes, I don't know. I can't imagine. Like, I'm comfortable with my sexuality, and I'm comfortable enough to be like, you know what? I have a man crush on Dave Grohl. I have a man crush on Ryan Reynolds. I have a man crush on Tom Hardy. When I see Ryan Reynolds or Brad Pitt without his shirt, I'm going, that is a good-looking man. He's got a good body. I will say that. But if I ever thought about, like, can I imagine, like, kissing a dude? Or touch it? No. That's where I go, that's not for me. But I could say, hey, that's a good-looking dude right there. Damn, look at that body on that dude. He's a good look at that. He's got abs up to his fucking chin. I could say that. But I just, and then it was like, would I ever go to, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine Because, I don't fully shave my face. And I almost feel sorry if I hadn't shaved in like a week. I'm like, with ex-girlfriends or somebody I'm dating, I'm like, how do you kiss me when I have all this shit on my face? I'm sorry, but women are just the curves and the smooth skin and I couldn't imagine just like hair. There's hair. Ugh. I remember one time, it was a while ago. It was like in a porn magazine or something. I don't know where I came across this image, but it was like, it's like what straight guys like, and it was just a girl, spread eagle, and it was like, okay. And then what gay guys were like, and it was like a dude who was spreading his ass cheeks, and he was hairy. And I just went, like, it's just, I'm like, how? I mean, sometimes I'm like, God, I feel sorry for women. Because it's like, so we just are fucking Neanderthals sometimes, man. We're gorillas. Sometimes, I got to do some manscaping myself. It's like, hey, okay, I got to do that, do this. I'm not a hairy guy, but certain spots you might be like, yeah, I got to trim it up, edge it out right there. But thankfully, I'm not like that much of a hairy guy. But, yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, there was that whole thing. And I went, you know what? People were like throwing shade at Marvel, but I'm like, Marvel didn't say that. It was her people that said that. Because Marvel was like the big kid on campus. They thought, okay, no, you got to be straight, act like you're straight, and you'll get a Marvel role. But can you really see Kristen Stewart in a Marvel role? No. Totally cannot. I can't see her in any of that. Really, to be honest. So that, I thought like when DC fans were having a field day with that, I was like, no. You could throw the shit at Marvel, but Marvel, nobody from Marvel said that. Somebody else said that. And they're welcoming it now. Tessa Thompson. They're going to have more, of course. Every movie is going to have a gay character now. You have to have it. Just like you have to have, you have to have every movie, if you're going to have a group of people, you got to have a black character. You got to have an Asian character. They don't really care so much about Mexican characters as much as the others, I've noticed. But now it's like you have to have a gay character. You have to. There's so many shows. It's like, okay, gay character, you gotta have a gay character, gotta have it. They're all over. Popular shows. You're always gonna have a gay character. No matter what. Doesn't matter. And which is fine. It's fine. If it could feed into the story, it's good. But if it's obvious that it's just doing this just for PR shit and it doesn't work, then if you criticize it, guess what? You can't be canceled for homophobia. Fuck off. Fuck right off. People are losing their minds with that shit. It's fucking retarded, man. It's really dumb. They try to cancel Kevin Hart. Luckily he had so many, he was just too big for it. But, he lost his Academy Awards gig, which is something he wanted to do. And hopefully he does get to do it. It sucks right now. He's like bedridden right now. He didn't know what the hell's going on. He got in that car accident. It's pretty sad. But yeah, and then there was that, and then there was the whole, was it Dakota Fanning? It wasn't Ellie Fanning, right? I think it was Dakota Fanning, who's playing a white immigrant, Muslim, whatever the hell, in a movie that's about a white Muslim and this, that, and this. But of course, Deadline structured their headline because they know that outrage culture doesn't look past the headline. So they look past. They just made a headline that she's going to play a white blah 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 Muslim, this, that, and this, and then of course woke Twitter lost her shit and gave her a bunch of shit. So she had to come out and tell people that, hey, this is about a story about an actual white girl who became Muslim and this, that, and this. This is what it's about. Refugee, blah blah blah. This, because apparently when you're white, you can't be anything. When you're white, you're living on top of an ivory tower and this, that, and this. That's what I can't stand with the way that society is rolling right now. It's like, oh, you're white, you got it good. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't know. Most of the bums that I see, like around my work, when I take a break, go for a walk, or go for lunch, or even around maybe not around here so much. Right around here is like. When I see like guys on the street, even though it's a mix. It's like white, black, Mexican, yeah. But when it's around like where I work, it's a bunch of white dudes who are like on the street, who are just, there's mental illness involved, of course. But it's just like, I think these people just think like, oh, you're white, you get a free pass with everything. You get handed a bunch of money. It's like, no. When I did cable, guys, cable guy, when I did cable, I saw the bad side of every race. Every race. I went into the ghettos. I went into the rural areas. And it was all different too. It's crazy because I went to, it would sicken me too because it's like, you guys are spending your money on shit that you shouldn't be spending on. And that's the problem with people. When it came to white trash, trailer park, because I was working in a city that was just heavy on fucking trailer parks. Mobile home parks, not really exactly trailer, but I went to some bad ones. It's just some fucking white trash. Their place is a mess. It's gross. It's just that and this, but they're spending like almost $200 on their fucking, 5 boxes and their high-speed internet and everything like that. And I'm like, why don't you take some of this money, maybe hire somebody to clean this fucking place up? I can't breathe in here. You're disgusting. And then I would go into the ghetto. Do a ghetto area. I go to this apartment complex where, let's see. This is like a one-bedroom apartment. Oh, this lady's got 5 kids. What the fuck? And you're going to spend this much money on cable? Okay. And then there would be other times too where it's like, okay, you're living in this fucking place. And then I'm in your room and I look over and I see your closet and you have 27 pairs of shoes. You have a bunch of jerseys and shit hung up. So you're just spending a lot of your money on all of this when your little daughter is running around without a diaper. Cool. I've seen the ugly side of humans of all races. Okay? And I'm not gonna lie. I hadn't seen any fucking ghetto or white or trashy Asians. Never did. They were always in the nice places, but they were some of the most racist people. Oh man, I've heard some shit from like old school, old generation Asian people. Oof. But the thing is though, they hate other Asians. Chinese and Japanese don't like each other, and they don't like Koreans. It's great. It's funny, but when it comes to racism, it's always just white people, white people, white people. When I'm like, no, you should really look at it at all costs, man. Jeez. I mean, I've seen the ugly side of it all, man. All right, I've already been talking for so long. Let's get to the questions here. If you want to ask me a question, the easiest way to do it is to hit me up on Twitter. And, God, people are so dumb. People are so dumb when it comes to this whole thing. When it comes to the Spider-Man stuff, people are like, oh, yeah, they should. And like, no, it would not be a good look. Anyways, if you want to ask me a question, the best way to do it is just to hit me up on Twitter, #FilmJunketPodcast. So here we go. Julian Luis Berrios. He asks, if Einhorn is Finkel and Finkel is Einhorn a man? Einhorn is a man! Oh my God! Einhorn is a man! I know what it is to know about the crying game. Come on, you're talking about one of my favorite movies as a child. You know how much I could quote Ace Ventura fucking beginning to end. Love that shit. Ferris at TS Speedster. Do you think after Army of the Dead that Zack Snyder has any plan in his mind to do a sci-fi original film? Okay, Ferris, are you just going off of what I said? Because I've mentioned that before. Because my guy told me, like, when I asked him, I was like, we were talking, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Fountainhead, Last Photograph, what's going on? And he was like, nah, he's got like 2 other movies that he's thinking about. And he told me zombie flick, and then he said original sci-fi movie. So We shall see there, Mr. Ferris. Gabriel Mall, yes. Would you be okay with Pattinson literally replacing Affleck in a potential JL sequel? Like making him look Ben's age through makeup, or would it feel forced? It would feel forced, dude. No, I wouldn't like that. I don't want them to do something like that. You know, let's focus on the individual movies for a little bit here first, and then, you know, we could talk about another Justice League sequel. Sorry, chewing on something. Oh, what the hell? This stupid freaking browser. What are you doing? Okay. I don't know, my browser is acting like a cunt right now. Hold on. Let me refresh the page. Sometimes if I haven't rebooted in a while, it acts like a... Oh my god, what the fuck is going on with this? It's because of those stupid ads, huh? I gotta pee like crazy, guys, by the way. I'm shaking my legs. One step too far. Can you do some impromptu casual Batman audio in the podcast for me to finish and edit? Similar to something like this, but more polished? Well, hit me up, dude. Hit me up in the DMs, one step too far. Because, like I said, I gotta pee. Really, all of a sudden, it just hit me really badly right now. And let me know what you want me to record, and I'll do it for you. Russ Barnes, you never explained why the sky's blue. Well, Russ, I think it's just because there's molecules in the atmosphere, and when the sun shines through, it brings this pretty blue. Except if you live in Southern California and there's fucking hazy smog, it kind of fucking kills it. Yeah. Anyways. Then Eric M. Blake, he asks, hey Dave, what is the square root of hypotenuse and where does pi fit in the equation? I don't know. Pi fits in my mouth. He also asks, hey Dave, what's your guy said about Zach's intended next project following Army of the Dead? Well, it's hopefully this original sci-fi flick. We'll see what happens. That's what he told me. He said he said zombie flick and then original sci-fi, which is great. I'm hoping, Snyder doing an original sci-fi movie, bring it on. It has to do with space. That's cool. DR movie news. He asked, the decade is coming to an end. What are some of your standout favorites in 2010 and 2019? Well, there's many. Quiet Place, Nice Guys, BBS. There are a lot of things that stand out. I don't know what my all-time favorite movie. It's been crazy though, because CBM's got taken to a whole other level, and it still hasn't ended. Joker's coming out, and that's going to be like a game changer, just like Logan was. But not as much as I thought it was going to be. I thought Logan was going to really change the game, but it didn't change it as much as I thought it was going to change it, sadly. I don't know. Those are just some of them, and just the way the movie biz is. And then, directors like Ari Aster, taking more risks with shit, I'm really liking it. I mean, Midsommar was a fucked up movie. So was Hereditary, but they were both very, very, very good. So, I don't know. Matt McGo77 asks, I think a DC Black Deathstroke film would be badass. Low budget military ninjas type. Yeah, I agree with you. Clay Italian, he asks, with Joker most likely being a success, DC Black looks like it'll happen. What characters would get the Elseworlds treatment next that doesn't already exist? Well, we already talked about Deathstroke. I mean, it seems like they're probably like cash in on villains. I mean, a Lex Luthor Elseworlds, I saw somebody talking about that, and I thought that was a great idea. Just have a Lex Luthor, that could be like a House of Cards kind of thing, that they could do with that character. I don't know. But there's so many characters you could do it with. But it's just like you wonder, like, are they going to do it with heroes, or are they just going to do it with villains? I don't know. Sam Parker. What's up, buddy? Who would you cast as yourself? Fan casting cast for your dream Batman movie? And who would you put in charge of casting said cast? What the fuck are you talking about? Who would I want to be? Fucking A, man. I want to be Robin. What are you talking about? I'll be a Jason Todd Robin. I still look young enough, right? Why wouldn't I be? I don't know. I always say, like, I'm not tall enough to be Batman, but I'm tall enough to be Robin. Because Robin, especially Jason Todd, he was always, like, a little shorter. Maybe I'll be Damien. There you go. I'll be Damien to Batfleck. I got the dimple chin. Let's do this. He also asked, who is playing Catwoman? I don't know. I haven't heard shit. Star Wars fan Khalil. Last week of studies. Wish me luck. Good luck, buddy. Have you ever read Darren Aronofsky's Batman Year One script? To me, that is by far the greatest Batman script ever written. The only one that may even come close has been Affleck's, but I personally doubt it. Your thoughts? I haven't read it, but I heard it was pretty outlandish, and I'm sure it was good. I'm sure people would have shat all over it. That's what I hate. It's like, okay, yeah, it's good to follow the source material to a point, but at some point you got to change shit. It can't be the same all the time. You got different visions, different ideas, man. Someone also asked, I don't think I got to this one last week, but D-Lund87 asked, Dave, October baseball is almost here. Who is your favorite to win the World Series? I think the Astros are going to do it because they just are dominant. They got Verlander, they got Greinke, and they just got fucking offense up the ass. So I think they're going to take it. The Pirates won. Oh, well. Giants are definitely not going to do it. All right, guys. Whoa. Sorry. I put my hand on something. Anyways, guys, thanks for clicking in and listening to the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all the sock meds out there. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Send me a DM. I don't always answer, but I try. Follow me on Patreon. Support me if you want to. You want to support the pirate ship. And then, of course, shirts and stickers down below. All right, guys. Talk to you later.